I don't care to set world records. Play games for fun, dude.
I'm a psycho. I play hundreds and hundreds of hours of these games. We talk about a lot of weird things on this podcast.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yo.
As you can tell, I'm out of practice, bro. Also, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna say I did it on purpose because we start the stream with technical difficulties. So there you go. Zagato says, "Why is Trigger so white?" I don't know, man. I don't really get outside that much.
Also, I thought it'd be nice and go with a less controversial background for you guys today.
There we go. There's
This
no
is one we can
controversy.
This is one we can all get behind.
Yes, or in front of.
Or in front of. Or on top of.
On
or
top
however
of.
it works.
Oh my goodness. Let's see what happens.
Feel
Stacey
like you
says your
brighten-
lighting looks messed up.
Yeah, you look very bright.
All right, let's figure this out. You know what
Why
it
is
is?
Steven's background TDUSC?
All right, hold on.
What's the background, bro? It's a bidet. Come on, guys.
How's that, everybody? Lighting wise,
I think it looks better.
look better.
It's like a toilet. Yeah, dude. So, guys, it's a bidet. All right. How many of you guys have all been here in like every stream since the first one? You're confused about the bidet?
That's hilarious, bro.
You paid for it.
I just had to dial back the lights a little bit. I was taking some pictures with my camera that I use for the face cam here, and I had to make some changes to the settings, and I don't know that much about cameras, so I think I've messed up some settings. Anyway, what is going on, everybody? Oh my god, dude. Was a little bit of a slow start today. We're both very tired. You said you didn't get any sleep last night. I didn't get as much as I normally get, but I got plenty, but I didn't get as much as I normally get, so my body's a little bit tired. But it's just a great thing. It's okay that I'm tired because the update comes out tomorrow morning, 3 a.m. my time tonight. The maintenance starts. It's supposed to go for 4 hours, and then at 7 o'clock in the morning Central Time, we should be able to play Season 5 of Motorfest. That's if it doesn't get delayed. So that means I'm going to be up early. I'm going to be streaming for you guys. If you guys want to come by the stream and hang out, it'll be around 7 o'clock CST, unless they delay it. It'll just be whenever it starts. So just keep an eye on the channel, I guess. Anyway, that's the plan. Anyway, 7 a.m. Random dude, 7 a.m. Yeah, Sailor, I was using the camera for camera things. Exactly. Any thoughts on the new meta for the grand races? Yes, so fuck it, let's get right into it, dude.
Right.
There were, I think it was it 5 hypercars and 7 Street 2 cars, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look at this list. I think there were 5 hypercars and 7 Street 2 cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 Street 2 cars and 5 hypercars that will be available when the update goes live. Those cars will be available, but that's if you own the chase playlist and you go through and get all the chase cars and go through and get all of the rivals cars from the Made in Japan 2 playlist. So once you get everything, you've got 10 cars in Street 2 and another 5 cars in Hyper. And after doing, I'm gonna have a video for you guys tomorrow on all of these cars, but we can talk about, you know, for the people that are here, we can talk about what my findings were, and that is that it is possible that Street 2 will have another meta car.
Oh,
Yeah, it is possible. So, the R32 is extremely good, like crazy good, and it has one little tiny flaw. It has one little tiny flaw, and that's it's got the slightest bit of understeer compared to the other meta cars. That's the flaw, but it accelerates insane. It's got my best time ever on Kyusha Spirit. It's got one of my best times ever on Groundworks. It runs crazy good times. It's the best testing car that I've had so far. It gutters like so easy. It just sticks in the gutter, dude. It's just a magnet to the gutter. So I just like it is a very good car. I absolutely, for me, it replaces the Black Panther R34 100%. Like it's better. It's better than that car. I don't know if it's going to replace the 993. I think the 993 is probably here to stay. I think the Ferrari F40 is probably here to stay just because it actually doesn't understeer at all, and it takes gutters just as well. So I don't think it's going to replace that. I think it probably won't replace like the Taycan in like special situations where you need a lot of acceleration. So I don't think it's that. But it's there. It's there. It's right there with those cars. Like it's crazy good. The R32 is insane.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
It is such a dope car.
It's such a nice car, dude. It's so cool. Goliath, what's going on, man? How are you? How are you doing? And Bates says, I noticed that in your video today, I saw the 2R3 excelled and guttered crazy.
I think it was R32.
Oh, got it. I don't know why.
He noticed it guttered and accelerated crazy in the clips that were in the video.
Yeah, it did. It does. It's crazy good. It's definitely, out of the update cars, is my favorite car to drive out of those cars, for sure.
I was gonna say, Zagato wants to know, will every Grand Race have no collision?
No, it's a modifier, so it'll be like a random playlist. We'll have the modifier. And what we noticed in the early access, which I didn't really talk about on the video, is that the modifier, it occurred one of the races that we did on the regular island, the main island, and the modifier wasn't working. Like we were bumping into each other, and then when the modifier occurred on the new island, it worked. So I hope that they fix that bug, because that was, to me, that's a bug. It's not, if the modifier is on, it should be, you know what I'm saying? Like it should be on. Yeah. But it wasn't working on the main, the original island. It was working on the other island. Anyways, yeah, so it'll be random occurrences. It's not every single one. It's not every single grand race. Some random dude, I noticed you said earlier that you think the NSX is going to be like meta. It's certainly good, but I don't think it's going to be really used that well. I think it tests really well. It's not as good as the R32, but it definitely is not, it's not as good as the top 3 cars. It's certainly viable though. I think it's probably around the same as the NSX is right now. But damn, it looks so good. It's such a good looking car, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Lucas wants to know grand races from island to island. So unfortunately, we have a lot of knuckleheads in the community that did not show up on time, and we only got 3 races. This was not organized by Ubisoft. It was just a player thing. Actually, Goliath, shout out to Goliath for getting this together. If it wasn't for him, we probably wouldn't have had any grand race footage. So shout out to him. But he got a bunch of us creators together, and we were able to get 3 grand races in. We probably should have had way more. But we had a bunch of people who had slept in late, or, were whatever, busy playing Fortnite, the important things.
The important things, dude.
But yeah, so like you said, he messaged a lot of people, and I think we ended up with like 17 people or 18 people in the group, and for the longest time we sat in the lobby for like I don't even know, an hour or something with 13 people, and you need 14 to start a grand race. So it was just, I don't know, man. It was crazy. But I shout out to everyone that showed up, because it was you know, we couldn't have done it without them. We couldn't have made the clip. We couldn't have got the clips. So but as far as going from island to island, that was the question that I just went off on a tangent. As far as going island to island, we didn't get a race where it did that. I imagine there is at least one path that goes island to island, whether it starts on you know, on Maui and goes to Oahu or vice versa. I'm not really sure.
I could be wrong, but I think it might have been in one of the things they uploaded on the Discord. I think they might have mentioned that there's grand races that go island
over
to
the
island.
bridge. So what they did mention in the patch notes was that there's there is a grand race route that goes through what they call like the entry to the island, which is like just across the bridge, where it's like all these like bridges and all the like all the little like inlets and like the water and all that stuff there. There is a grand race path that goes through there somewhere. So it wouldn't surprise me if it went across the bridge as well. I'm not really sure where it goes. So
Gotcha.
yeah. Crystal Speed says, how's your feeling after the race with other players? No collision. So I'm trying really hard to be objective about this, because there's a couple of things we need to consider. Number one, I only got one race with no collisions. So it was what it was. And the footage that you guys saw on the video today was like as much of the no collisions as I got. Like as soon as the first like 20% of the race was done, like all of the high skill players were all like way out in front, and then the pack was kind of stretched out. So we didn't really have not a lot of no collision spots, I should say. And so I really don't know is the answer, Crystal Speed. My initial reaction to playing it with no collisions was very positive. It was like, oh, I really like this, because I'm tired of getting pushed around, and I don't like to be bumped on the first couple of corners. I don't, you know, it's chaotic, and it frustrates me until I can get the pack stretched out, and then we can start, you know, overtaking and like doing stuff like that. The grand races just feel annoying in the beginnings. So it was a very welcome change in the beginning of the race, and then it sort of like didn't really matter later in the race. So, but I imagine it will, right? Because you think about it, like at the very end, there's like two people, they're fighting for position, and instead of one having to pass the other one, you can just slipstream and drive right through them. But the second they drive through them, the one that just got passed is going to pick up slipstream or drag bump, and then it's just back and forth. And so for slipstream purposes and drag bump purposes, the front two people are going to be able to go faster, because it's easier to just drive right through a car and stay on the correct racing line than it is to go around. So for anybody in the casual camp or the medium to low skill camp who thinks that ghosted grand race is going to help you, I'm here to tell you, you're going to DNF more. You're going to DNF more, because the people at the front of the pack are going to get there faster. They're going to slipstream off each other easier, and they're going to push a way bigger distance between the casual pack and the best ones in the lobby. So I don't know how the community is going to receive it. My general guess is that it's going to be mixed, but the majority of people are going to be maybe not so happy about it. That's my take anyway. But I liked it. I thought it was good. I did like it.
It seems like it's going to be pretty fun. Also, like you were saying, like with the, you know, after the beginning of it, it didn't really matter that much, because you guys were like split, you know, like in half. Like you had like half the amount of players that you would have normally, right?
Yep.
You just had the minimum 14 people in there.
Yeah.
So they did not help.
Goliath says, because the majority of people are rammers. Yeah, but unintentional. I honestly believe, and maybe this is just me being optimistic and believing in humanity, I don't know, but I honestly believe most of the ramming that happens in grand races is accidental. I don't think it's on purpose. Yes, there are people that do it on purpose. They just dive a corner and, you know, T-bone somebody. But I don't think the majority are intentional. I do think a lot of it has to do with skill. A lot of it is just unintentional. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see if I missed anything in chat while I was on my rant. Sepher says Sepper? Seper. I'm not even sure. Anyway, did they fix the 911 Precision Master Challenge? If we can, maybe we can dig that up in the patch notes. They might have. We have a copy of the patch notes. Let me see. Let's see. Because they did address a bunch of these like challenge type stuff.
Burning style challenge is now working correctly. Mistake bug for Lamborghini challenges.
Would probably be in the events. Let me see. Anyways, we're looking through the patch notes to try to find the answer to that. Glad said he prefers it, I think, if I missed that chat. I thought I saw it a little earlier, but Glad, you said you do prefer the ghosted one. Leant and Paula says, do you know if they'll be remastering some of their old car models? Like the 69 Camaro, it's going to be one of the most dated and worst looking models in the game. To be honest with you, Impala, I don't know, but my guess is that it's not very high on the priority list, I would say. 40 gig patch for the 40 gig patch for the PC. Hopefully it's somewhat optimized BSD. I do too. I hope it's optimized as well. I encountered a ton of crashes in the early access build, so hopefully that doesn't rear its head come tomorrow morning. But
yeah.
I don't know.
Do you know why the PC patch is so much bigger than everything else?
I don't.
He's some bull.
Yeah,
there's just like 41 gigabytes.
Yeah.
And the next biggest one is Xbox Series with 16 gigabytes. Like,
crazy.
What are you doing?
Hey, shout out to Random Dude for being a member for 7 months, dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Gonna start noticing less Bugatti drivers are queuing up for Grand Race now, which is a good thing. Maybe. I think you probably still see the same amount of Centos out there. It's not like they changed the car. It's still, just as fast and just as easy to drive. So it'll probably be a new player go-to car for a long time.
I love how Trigger and Steven have to face away from each other, so it looks like they had a falling out.
I can do it this way, dude. I can just look over here, but then I look away from the camera.
Yeah, so I was saying, I think it's when we're looking at our second monitor. I think we have them on opposite sides.
Yeah,
So
yeah. We're like over here. I'm looking over here. Yeah. Still getting infinite loading screens on Xbox Series, so they better fix that. I hope they do fix that. Did you get a sneak peek of the next summit? I did get a sneak peek of the next summit, and I played it, and it's very interesting. It's very interesting. Yeah, so the summit is all rival events. So they're like randomly generated paths. But they're not random for everybody, they're just random once. Like there is a generated, everybody gets the same path. Everybody gets the same path, but it's randomly made with a rival event.
And you have to beat the playlist to do the summit. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Imagine.
That'd be hilarious.
You gotta buy the chase squad in order to participate in the summit.
Well, that reminds me, I saw somebody earlier in the chat, and it was like way at the beginning, they said that the GT3 should have been a hypercar. And I was going to mention that there was 2 of them, right?
Yes.
The regular GT3 RS is Street 2, but then the chase squad one is hyper.
Correct. And there's people that complain about that too. They're like, why is the GT3 RS, hyper? When you've got, I don't know, there's probably someone had a good example of a Street 2 car that was like supposedly better than the GT3 RS, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. They have some weird decisions, I think, with the car categories.
Yeah, I think they
Certain
do too.
things, categories.
Yeah, so BSD is a good example there. Why is the ZR1 a hypercar when the C8's an ST2? I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Yeah, Bulldog, no. For anybody that's wondering pricing on the year 2 pass, we still don't have a firm answer. The rumored price is going to be $29.99. I've also seen some things out there that indicate $20. So my guess is between $20 and $30, but I really don't know. We won't know till tomorrow. But I do have an announcement that I didn't even tell you. I didn't even tell you about this.
That's messed up.
I have a free year 2 pass that I can give away.
Oh.
So I will be doing that tonight on the podcast. I will definitely give you that code. I wonder if I can give it to him tonight. I don't have the code yet, but I have a commitment for a code from Ubisoft. This is not coming from me. It's coming from Ubisoft. So they basically just, cards on the table. They basically gave me a code, and I'm going to give it away because I would prefer to purchase my year 2 pass because then I don't have to do the whole legal Ubisoft partner in every video that I do for the next year. So, or any video that, it features a year 2 pass car. So I want to get away from that, Ubisoft partner type thing, the legal mumbo jumbo. And so I'm going to give the code away and I will, purchase my own.
Gotcha.
Also the code will not, if you guys do win it, just keep in mind that it is going to be like a couple of days before I can get it to you, because they're not going to give it to us, I guess, until I think the 8th. So it'll be like 2 or 3 days. So yeah,
that's a good question.
Still free,
Ian,
though.
I have no idea. Do you know? I imagine you wouldn't know either. Ian wants to know if he has Ubisoft Connect. Does he have to pay for the year 2 pass because it paid for the year 1 pass?
Oh, it did?
That's what he's saying. So like, yeah, I don't know. I'm sure about that. That'd be dope if it does.
That'd be dope if it does, because I have Ubisoft Connect too. I have the cheap one though. There's 2 versions. I have the smaller one, I believe.
I think I don't know. I have like the one that's like $14 or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's the one I have too. Yeah, I don't know, Ian, honestly. So we'll find out tomorrow morning. But that would be cool if it did. That'd be really cool. Yeah, so Under says, wait, so how much is it? I think it's between $20 and $30, something like that. What was that? What would you say my favorite car overall in Motorfest? Like, just out of all the cars, Slums, if you're talking about all the cars and not just specifically this update, I would say probably the F40 in Street 2. That's gonna be my favorite. What's with the bidet background? What do you mean, dude? Does it make you uncomfortable? This is Steven's natural environment here.
Yeah, I'm feeling good right now, dude.
He's turning it up to 11 too, all the way up. You see that?
Yeah, I did this for Simji. This is the full blast special. Look
full
at
blast
that.
special for Simji.
Look at him cranking it
Amazing.
all the way. Boom.
Oh my god. Sphinx says, when is the update arriving on Steam? They are going to be doing it. They're going to be doing a maintenance overnight between 3 a.m. and 7 a.m. CST. So it should be available in theory 7 a.m. CST, but I'm not 100% on that. There could be some, delays. Is the GT3 RS good? Let me look at my test one more time because I don't remember off the top of my head. The GT3 RS ran times in my test courses that puts it in the top 10 in terms of all of the hypercars that I've tested. That doesn't mean that it is a top 10 car in the grand races. It just means on my 2 test courses, it's in the top 10. Simji says, Cap, that's a generic video. You'd be traumatized if you put a full blast special. This is true. He's right.
Look, this guy. Let me move my chair a little bit. Maybe look at this, all the way. Do you see that?
Boom.
You seen this? Look at that, all the way.
Boom.
That's full blast.
That
is full blast.
It's
dude.
wild, honestly.
It's scary.
Yeah. Cayman says you tried both GT3 RS. Do you think it's going to be the best in the category? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's in Street 2 as well. So what I just said was about Hypercar. Let me go to Street 2. Street 2 is going to be top 20. So it's better in Hyper than it is in Street 2.
That's what I'm talking about. Dan knows what's up.
What did Dan say?
Said I have a bidet, best $50 ever spent. Huge, man.
Dan's making me want to invest.
I know, dude. I know you guys are out here with your dirty butts, man. Get out of here.
I've said it before, bro. I don't know why we decided that dry wiping was a good idea. It just didn't make sense. Like, dude, everything. I know.
Get on Amazon. It takes like 10 minutes to install.
Dude, imagine accidentally my 3-year-old sits on it and turns it on. It's no good, man.
No, it's fine, dude. It's fine.
Turn it down to like 3.
Yeah, or just when you're not using it, like some of them have, like the one that I have has a second dial where you turn it and it leaves it up. Like, so it'll, I guess, clean it or something when you turn the water pressure on.
Oh, okay.
So you just leave it so turned on the clean mode so it just stays up. So if you turn it on, nothing's happening.
Yeah. All right. That makes sense.
There you go. Now you
problem solved. Now we have to buy one, right?
Now you have to buy one. Your one problem, dude. Got to solve that fast.
Well, that's good. All right. Aaron says joined and this man has a bidet with Breaking news, Chase Squad is just Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 3 canceled game. That would be, you know what? I'm kind of disappointed with the Chase Squad stuff a little bit. I'm not fully disappointed because I think it adds a little bit to the game, but just the chases themselves, there's so much potential with these chases. The one really, really, really good thing that they did with the chases is when you hit a car and it just flies through, like you just explode this car, and it's so fun to do. Like to really ram the car, it's so fun to do. Like
in the clips, I like the crash cam that they did, like the slow-mo where the car's like flipping through the air. I think it looks really cool.
It's dope. Like that's the coolest thing. So what they should have done is taken those moments, because that's the best moment of the chase, is when you hit it really, really hard and it flips through the air. If you would have just taken that moment and just multiplied it and just given us a lot of that, it would be so much more fun. Like chasing multiple bad guys at the same time was awesome. Like just having chaos, like make it chaos, because that's what's fun. So I feel like it is a little bit of a miss for that reason. But because it's in the game now, there's potential to adjust things and make it better.
The Chase Squad stuff is actually, it's just demo royale.
Yeah, they just try to sneak it in, dude.
They just snuck in demo.
It's a demo royale playlist.
Yeah, dude. It's probably the exact same physics. They just added like the crash cam.
Yeah. Well, like I've never seen any demo royale people flying through the air though.
I don't know. I don't play it.
So, but anyway, to be frank, you had your difficulty setting too low. No, I played on both. Random dude. I played on high and low and everything. I changed it around. I did so many of those chases because I was actually I completed both playlists. I completed both rival boards. I completed all of the challenges for both of the playlists. I played it a lot. Like I played a lot of those modes, so I know. Like I changed difficulties and like some of the challenges you have to put it on higher difficulty. So it was I did a lot. I experimented a little, and even with higher difficulties, all it did was give the racer, like, it actually did two things. It gives the bad guy a little bit more health, so it takes a little bit harder, like a little bit longer to kill them, and then it also gives them the ability to make like evasive maneuvers. So like, let's say you're coming in hot on like a huge, like you're going super fast compared to their speed. You're gonna send them flying, and they will, at the last second, they'll turn, so you miss. So there's definitely, like, that was the biggest change. Crew 1 had pursuit techs. I don't know if Crew 1 have pursuit techs. I don't know if they did. Simon, how you doing, man? How are you? Or it gives more traffic as well. Bulldog, it gives more traffic on the races. I didn't notice any more traffic on the chase squad stuff. On the actual pursuits. I think on the races, yes, it does, but on the other ones, I don't think so. Let's see. BSD calling all units update, added playable police cars, and expanded open world multiplayer police chases with loot runs and Need for Speed style pursuit tech. That's cool. They went way away from that with the Crew 2. Yeah, they went way away from that with the Crew 2. I think they had a hard time with licensing. They made that in the game, and then the manufacturer's like, nah. We don't want to do that. I'm strongly in one-on-one race later this week. Summit, there will be traffic. Yes. So that's Crystal Speed basically is revealing what the summit's going to be. It is a 1v1 against AI. It's not against other players. It is a 1v1 against AI rivals style races with traffic. So every race will have traffic in it. Every race will be a 1v1 sort of random generate. It's not going to be a playlist race. It'll be a randomly generated path across the islands. Simon's way too high for season 5, dude. I don't think there's a thing, dude. What, dude? DS Awesome, what are you doing, bro?
My goodness,
dude. Thank you so much, man. You did not have to do that. That's a huge W. Simg's W is a little bitch W compared to what the W you deserve. Okay, you deserve a giant W.
You deserve a bigger one.
Look, I'll make a W out of my head. Here we go. Let me get in frame. W. Whoa. That's how big of a W.
That was big.
Anyways, thank you so much, DS Awesome. Here, I'll buy your YouTube pass, year 2 pass for your trigger, so you don't have to. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Exactly, Goliath. Exactly. What time are you guys gonna go live tomorrow on here? James, it'll be around 7 o'clock CST, and if the update gets delayed at all, then the stream will also get delayed. I'm just gonna start it when the update is live, so we'll do it then.
Nice.
Let's see. Pursuit tech. Slum says pursuit tech and street racing with traffic in the way gives me Need for Speed Rivals vibes. Yeah, for sure. Summit's going to be randomly generated, so is there going to be a summit guide? Yes. So Zagato, it's the path itself is generated, but everyone gets the same one. Does that make sense? So like, it's not a playlist race. I guess it's not random, right? They have a path, but it's not a playlist race. That's the best way to talk about it. Like, it's a path through the world. It'll be like a free roam race, so you'll have traffic and things like that. So Trigger putting up gang signs. My W sign, bro. Samuel says it's 30, not 50. Yes, I think it's going to be around $30. So DS Awesome bought both mine and Steven's year 2 pass, which we might get anyway from Ubisoft Connect, I think. I'm not sure. What's your assessment on the actual summit? I think it's interesting. It's new. It's different. The other thing is there's going to be a modifier as well on the summit. It'll be free. What do you call it? Loan vehicles. So it's not. It's all fair PvP this week. 30 is expensive for 0. Yeah, I talked about this in the video today, whether or not the pass is worth it. And I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but like, if you just take in what's in the pass and you say, is that worth 30? The answer is kind of no, I would say. But if you take into account the entire update, they could have been like, year 2 update is this much, and they could have charged for both playlists, all the rival stuff. They could have charged for all of that stuff. And then you go, oh, all of that stuff, yeah, that's worth $30 because you get the map, you get the 2 playlists, you get the rivals board, you get the custom mode, you get all these things for $30. Like, that's a damn good deal. But instead, they're like, here's free stuff. Help us out by buying the chase squad, you know? So I think that's kind of how, that's at least how I think about it. $30 for the whole update, absolutely worth it. $30 for just the chase squad and those cars, depends on if $30 is a lot for you, I think.
Yeah.
What time's the update coming out? That's gonna be, it's not 100% sure, but around 7 o'clock in the morning, Central Time, US. So like right now it's 9:30. So it'll be about 10 hours from now. 10 hours ish from now. Is the chase squad multiplayer as well? No, sadly it is not, and that was an opportunity missed, I think.
So you can't go in with a crew on that playlist. You can only start
you
that
can.
one solo.
No, you can, but you can't go against each other. It's not PvP.
Right, but you and your friend can both be cops.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can play it with friends.
That's cool.
Sorry, when he said multiplayer, my brain just immediately thought PvP.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Damn, 5 more hours on the summit. I might drop 8,000 places. I don't think so, Dan. If you're up at
8,000 in 5 hours?
No, if you're up at 2,000, you're safe.
Man.
I think you're pretty safe.
I don't think there's 8,000 people that are gonna run it in 5 hours.
No, and Samuel, I don't think you can pre-download. I think you have to wait till the maintenance is over.
Yeah, because we can't even buy it yet. You know.
Yeah. What are you gonna do on tomorrow's stream? You're gonna do redo the playlist, explore the map, or new grand races? That is a great question. My initial thought is to do the playlists because I haven't played through all of those yet, so that you guys can see it. But I do really want to jump into the grand races because there's a lot of potential on that island, like a lot. Like I don't know how many new hubs there are, but in terms of race paths, like you guys saw, I don't know if you saw the map, but dude, the roads, they're everywhere, dude. It's like roads left and right everywhere. So I think the potential for grand race paths is pretty good, and I'm excited to do those. But who up to doing grand races at 7 in the morning? I know that's what I'm feeling too. It's like it's a little intense for me in the middle of the morning or the early morning, but I don't know, man. My initial thought was to do playlists. So what I might do is split it up. We might do, I might actually start with the summit if I can get, like, if it's live early enough, like at 7 or 8, I might just go straight into the summit and just get that out of the way, and then jump into the playlist. Because dude, I'm telling you, there's a lot of time that goes into those. You have to do the playlist events, which is going to take you at least 45 minutes on each one. Made in Japan 2 might be slightly less. But then you have all of the rival stuff. Because the thing is, you unlock the most stuff in the rivals board, and you can't do the rivals board unless you finish the playlist. So you finish the playlist, then you have access to the rivals board, and then you can unlock all the cars, which is what everybody wants to do when they first get in there. They want to get all these cars. So I might do that so that I can use those in the grand races. So maybe like summit, playlists, then if there's time, grand races, something like that. No, DS awesome. We're not gonna have a off topic tomorrow night. This is gonna be the one that replaces it. Bro's gonna wake up and drink coffee and beat the grand racing. Yeah, it is. It's a little crazy. Let's see.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for it. I think the update's going to be
Yeah.
pretty good. I'm excited for the grand racing. I want to try out the no collision stuff
Yeah.
because the clips that I saw of the grand racing, that whole like the route that you got that was over there on the new island, it
Mhm.
looked really good. It
Yeah.
looked fun.
Yeah. Yeah, the new island is it's more of the it's hard to say. I feel like they designed it really well in terms of like the overall art style of the game, because it feels very connected to the original map, but very obviously different. Like the assets are different, like the buildings are different, the sidewalks are different, the trees are different, the like it all is different, but overall it feels like it belongs in the same area of the world, which is exactly what it is, right? It's two Hawaiian islands, which I think is pretty cool. It's pretty cool that they were able to sort of design a new thing. Like, dude, the underground tunnel network is really neat. Like, it's not just like, you know, you're driving and then here's a mountain, so you have to drive through it. Like, that's not how it works anymore. Like, there's actual like turns underground, which is cool.
Mm.
So it's not, you know, there's not a lot. I'm not trying to like make it seem like it's a whole like, you know, London subway situation, but there's a few paths underground, which is nice to see.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, can you drive into the volcano? Did you attempt this?
So I should have attempted this. I flew over it and I didn't attempt it.
Huge fail, dude.
But I will tell you this, there's nothing in there. There's nothing in the volcano. It's all lighting and smoke. There's no lava in the volcano.
I just want to know if I can get my car in there.
You could probably get your car in there, but because it is like it's not very steep, so like you wouldn't be restricted by like the steepness of the hill or something like that. You could probably get your car in there, but my guess is it just respawns you, because it's literally just black in there. Like, I flew into it with the camera and there's like, as soon as you get through the smoke and the red glow or whatever, it's just black. There's nothing in there.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Unfortunate. I wanted lava, to be honest with you. I really wanted lava because I want to be able to drive a car into the lava, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so DS Awesome has a business idea. Let's see it. We make a website called Only Decks. Okay. All right, dude. And only has unsolicited decks that can only be posted on that website, and we possibly make a lot of money out of it. I don't know how.
If you're on the website looking for the decks, they're no longer unsolicited.
Right.
I don't think this is gonna work out.
I just think like I'm trying to think in my head, what's the niche? Like, how popular is the deck viewing niche? Like, do you put like, you decorate your deck for like Christmas and like, ooh, look at this one. You know, I don't know. DS Awesome, I like that you're coming up with ideas. I just don't know. I just don't know if this is gonna work.
Yeah, I don't know how many people are, you know, looking for deck picks.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but I get it. Slum says, I think you missed this the first time. I know you're probably busy most of the time and you have a family, but are you still gonna post on the IRL channel? That's a great question, Slums. I appreciate that. It's my goal to go back to that channel at some point. Unfortunately, my financial situation doesn't allow it right now, because when I was doing that, I also had a job where I made significant money, and then I decided I wanted to do YouTube full time, and I took basically like an 80% pay cut to do YouTube full time, and I moved into a cheaper area of the country in order to do it, and I'm just making it. Like, we're just making it with, you know, and I think like Steve and I both don't make enough for the amount of work we do, but it's you know, we're both in situations where it can work, you know, where we are. So that's what it is, man. So the answer is yes, I would like to go back to that, Slums, but I just don't have the money to be modding cars right now. Like, it's just not it's not an option, but I am working on it. I'm working on some some side hustles. You know what I'm saying? Does anybody know anything about a side hustle these days?
Yeah, dude, a little side hustle, man.
I'm working on it. I do have a GTI. I do have a Mark 7 GTI that needs love. It needs a lot of love. So there's a potential to build it there, and it'd be nice. So you're selling your deck for the low? Yeah, I'm on only decks.
You subscribe.
Please subscribe. BSD says car vlogs question mark. It's a good idea. Like I said, yes. If you're asking whether or not that's what I was doing, yes, BSD. That's what I was doing. I was modding an Acura, which I finished, I guess. I quote unquote finished. Didn't really like, do much to it, but it looked better than when I got it.
It came out nice.
It was clean, dude.
Really nice.
It was clean.
It was a nice car.
Yeah, it was clean. But yeah, I would love to do that again. But I spent on that build. I didn't do much, but on that build alone, I spent like $3,500 or $4,000 almost on that car.
Yeah, I mean, you did like full paint, suspension, wheels, exhaust.
Yeah, tint. That's about it.
Probably a couple other things. Yeah,
I think that's it. The most costly thing was the wheels and suspension and the paint. The wheels and suspension alone was like almost $2,000, and then the paint job was $2,000. So, is what it was. Yeah. Is what it is. Someone asked if the Rimac was good. It feels nice to drive, but it's not super fast. It didn't test. Let me see where it is on the board here. So out of the hypercars that were introduced to the game, it tested the worst. But I'll be honest with you, none of the hypercars that were added are bad. Like, they're all fairly good. They're all like basically in the top 30 of the hypercars, so top 30%. The Rimac or Rimac, I don't know how you guys say it. Do you guys say Rimac? Do you guys say Rimac? I'm not sure. But the Nevera ended up being like ranked 29 on my test courses. Cars make PC building look like a cheap hobby. Oh yeah, 100%. Dude, if I had to, if I was gonna mod a PC, you could do it for way less than $2,000. And that's just suspension and wheels on a car. Here's a side hustle. Okay, so we have only decks now. We make a different website called Five Guys Decks. I think DS Awesome is too obsessed with decks. He might be the deck clientele. He might be the first subscriber too.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. That'd be all right. Maybe I should start selling hand pics or whatever. There's all kinds. You can sell pictures of anything these days, right? So maybe Dex works. I don't know. When's the engine swaps and NOS bottles coming? Well, if you listen to other channels, it's engine swaps are already in the game. So, but NOS bottles, I have no idea. I wish engine swaps were in this game. I really do, because I think it adds a layer of complexity to building the car, and I think that's important in the game's longevity. You know what I mean? Like, if you right now there's no complexity at all to putting parts on the car. You just put the highest parts on there. You just make sure you get your affix and your set bonus, and that's it. There's no like puzzle to solve there, where there is in other games. You know, which engine is the best? How's it perform? What's the testing like? Like, there's a lot of room for depth. There's a lot of room for depth there. So. Chris Cross says your bro is a deck collector. Bulldog says cars turn into way more than you expect. I had 40K in a chop top bug before paint and interior. That's wild. 40,000 into a bug before the paint interior. Well, I guess you chopped it, so there's a little bit of cost there, but damn, that's a lot, dude. That's crazy. That's so expensive to mod cars. So like car content is tough to make, and it's really time consuming, and so it's going to be tough. I do want to go back to it though, because the channel already has the subscribers to be monetized. It just needs the watch time. So if I were to go back to that and make more content, I could probably get, you know, provide a little bit of a secondary income there, but not nearly enough to pay for the car.
You gotta pay for the car on top of it.
There's no way. No way. Maybe some more deep tuning for certain parts. Old Need for Speed, or in old Need for Speed games, you could tune the strength duration of your NOS. Yeah, I don't see the crew going that direction at all. Like, I just don't think they're gonna get. I don't think they're gonna deepen the driving mechanics. I think we're kind of set with what we have. What's the name of the other channel? It's called MKTV. I think it's linked in like my favorited channels.
If you go to your main channel, like if you just click on his channel and you scroll all the way down the bottom of it, you'll say feature channels, and it'll be down there.
Yeah. So there is a full, like, my completed build on the Acura, the RSX. You can watch that whole thing. There's like probably 6 videos, I think, 5 or 6 videos, and you can watch those. But outside of that, I can't really promise any real continuation of content right now. But it's nice to, you know, see the oh, dude, I never even noticed. I'm looking at your background right now, and when he turns it up, the thing actually sprays. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
I didn't even notice it, dude. I just thought he was changing the settings. Like, no, dude, it's like full on spraying.
Look, there's the nozzle.
Dude, that's wild, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Let me ask you, like, okay, this photo here, the angle, I'm trying to get a visual. The angle of this is the same type of angle or situation that you've got going on?
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically.
It's almost the same. I mean, mine's like probably a different brand, but it's very similar to that.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it goes on under your toilet seat, and then there's no electricity. It's just all water pressure.
Wild. It's so funny, dude. We're trying to have a serious conversation about Motorfest.
You brought it up, dude.
You asked me about
been there, dude.
All right, you asked me about the background, and I said, "Oh, maybe a bidet."
Yeah, that's true. It was your fault.
It was my idea.
I said, should I do another background today? And you were like, yeah. I was like, all right, what should it be? And you're like, I don't know. I don't know. How about like a bidet?
Yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
Right, let me see if I can find something.
Exactly.
This is all your fault, dude.
So I kind of want to, if anybody has questions, throw them in the chat. We'll try to answer them. But I also want to talk about some things I think they missed. I think this update was a really good opportunity for IVT, and I think they missed pretty hard on a couple of things. And some of these things that I've got on this list, which I should probably share this with you. Let me send this to you in Discord.
Also, if the background is too distracting, I can change it, dude.
Well, what other options? Do you have any car options there? Want to throw up a car or something?
Something car related?
Yeah, throw up a car or something like that. Because what if this segment of the podcast actually works good and we can make a video out of it? You know what I mean? It's gonna be a video of us and it's just you with a bidet picture. Like, this guy is not serious.
I mean, I can just turn it off too. That works.
That's true. That's true. You got all your lights set up?
Yeah.
How's that new fictional IVT vehicle feel? The Ogmios, Ogmios. I don't even know how to say that. To be honest with you, it feels very difficult to drive. But it's not slow, is the answer. Is anybody going to talk about the purple hand? What purple hand?
Maybe
I might have missed something.
Maybe the guy's hand that was doing the bidet was a little purple or something.
Oh, gotcha.
There you go. It's gone.
Gone.
Bidet is gone.
All All right, so I think in this update they missed a little bit on a few things. I think this was an opportunity to add some really cool features to the game, and they got a lot of them in there, but I think that there were some things that they could have done in addition to those or related to those that just would have blown it out of the water. Like overall, the update is very positive for the community. I think it's a really good like step because they've really made a focus. They've really had a focus on replayability. That was an obvious focus for this update. So here are my 20 things that I think would have made the update even better. Some of this is like really difficult long-term things, okay? But some of it seems pretty easy. So the first thing I think they could have done is crossplay. Crossplay is not a thing right now in the game other than cross-playing matchmaking in grand races. I think they really could have like blown everybody out of the water with just crossplay. Literally free roam, invite your friends no matter what platform, get their Ubisoft name, invite them in, full on crossplay.
Yeah.
I think that would have been nice, actually.
It would have been very nice.
Now, I think a lot of the community members would have liked that as well. So in addition to that, we've talked about this ad nauseum, a new PvP mode. They did not add a new PvP mode. And they should have, dude. They should have. Yep. It really, there was enough community response, enough community feedback to warrant them putting something in. And it didn't have to be, super complicated. It really could just be 8-player racing that's class specific. It could even like take place of some of the grand racing, like queue into grand racing, and then like, oh, here's a modifier where it's just 8 players and just hypercars. They could have just tied it into that. Just give us something new. And along go ahead.
I was just gonna say they even asked about it, like in the Discord, right?
Yep.
Like they put a poll up or whatever asking about that type of game mode.
Yep. They put a poll up in the crew community Discord, and it was like, I don't even know, it was like 80%, 70%, something very high that people were in favor of it. Now, I do think that does present a little bit of an issue, though. It presents a little bit of an issue for the game, and that is the queue for grand racing, or the queue for whatever this new PvP. Jesus, dude.
You'll figure it out, dude.
It presents a little bit of an issue for either the grand racing or this new PvP mode, and that is the number of players. It's the queue. It's going to be a long queue for either or because it splits the player base. So I just think that probably is on their mind a little bit. But along with the new PvP mode, I feel like they could have added ranked. This was a suggestion that was I collected from Mr. Simji. He's a big proponent of ranked. I agree. I think ranked would be a great addition to the game. And it didn't have to be a ranked new mode. It could have just been ranked grand racing. So I don't know why that's not a thing yet. It really should have been a thing, and it's not. And I think it could have been an easy, semi-easy addition to the game. It's more like just like leaderboards and points, right? It's like a ranked system.
Right.
It needs rewards though, and I think that's probably the difficult part. Like if you're gonna put a ranked mode in and you're not gonna give rewards, that's kind of weird, because then it's just like, I don't know, bragging rights. So you have to have rewards, and then those rewards need like, all kinds of things, like someone has to design the reward. If it's like a sticker or if it's like an emote, they have to design it, they have to animate it, they have to code it into the game, and then all the UI people have to like make new UI for it. And so there's a lot that goes into it. You can't just like, oh, someone graphically designed a picture of a starfish and then like that's the reward. Like that's not how it works. There's a lot more to it, so I get that part. But if it was me and I wanted to introduce a ranked mode to this game, I would have introduced a ranked mode to the game with no rewards as a sort of like beta season, like season 0. let's see how you guys like this. If you like it, then we're gonna go forward with making, you know, a full-on ranked mode for the game. Yeah, that's what I would have done.
Yes, I agree.
DS Awesome says, "Are you drunk, Trigger?" No, I'm just really tired, actually. So I look a little drunk, but I'm not. Why does YouTube do this? The YouTube Studio page always like just refreshes, bro. All right. This one I'm kind of interested on your guys' take, because to me this is like the natural progression of what they made. But the chases, even the races, forget about the chases, because there's probably some liability things, if or not liability, god dang, dude, my brain's not functioning right now. There's probably some licensing issues with the car manufacturers. You can't have police chases between players, probably, I'm not sure. But with the rivals races, they're randomly generated paths on where you meet the rival. Why wasn't the next step just to offer that to like PvP? Like literally just like roll up to a player and be like, you know, like TDUSC has instant challenges. Like, why isn't it like that? It just generates a random path. You guys pick cars and then go. Like, what's stopping them from doing that? Now that they already have that randomly generated path technology in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like that would have been a good one. Random Dude says, would you say this update is a dub or nah? I think yes. Overall, I think it's a dub for sure. The amount of gameplay that just the new island provides, I think is significant. So I feel like it is a dub for sure. So not enough not beer. This is true. Yeah, I haven't had, dude, I ran out of not beer today. I drank the last one, so I gotta get some more.
Did you end up getting a code?
A what?
A code with them?
Oh,
or
with not
yet?
beer? Not yet. They're working on it. Yeah. I think they have to set it up, so there's a little bit of time there.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
How is the rivals and custom mode? In general, I thought rivals and custom mode are probably the biggest wins, I would say, of the update is rivals, because those two things excuse me, those two things provide a lot of replayability. So I feel like those two are like the most important for sure. I know a lot of people are like, prestige tickets are the most important. But yeah, those two things, I think. Simji says, I suggested each rank have a unique exclusive vanity set, tire, NOS, underglow, window, and title. That would be fine. I'd be good with that. I like the idea of exclusive rewards for players who excel at the game. I think that's good. Maybe not enough people interact with each other in free roam for it to be worth it. Well, certainly they don't do that now, BSD, because there's no reason to. But if there were races and rewards and challenges tied to those races, I think people would.
Yeah, people be driving around looking for each other.
Definitely.
Because now, unless you enjoy like just cruising around, there's no real reason to be in free roam.
Yeah. Some
maybe I guess feats, right? If you're doing challenges.
Yeah.
Stuff. All right, I take back what I said.
Yeah, take all that back, dude.
I take it. Scratch that.
Take that back. Random Dude says, seems like IVT is more so listening to the casual side of the community more than others. So this is something that I said to Simji a little earlier today, actually, is that they have given us no reason to believe that they're going to be putting any emphasis on the competitive player that plays this game. They are, as of now, everything they've done is leaning into a casual player. They're looking at people who don't play the game as much. They're trying to offer them ways to earn the same things as the players that play a lot. Summit rewards with prestige tickets. They are adding more playlists. Like that has been the focus in terms of content that's being added to the game. It's just playlist, and they're very surface level. There's not a lot of depth to them. this most recent update, or the update that's going to come out tomorrow, is a little bit more focused on replayability. But for the most part, they're just adding features for the casual player. And I am frustrated with that. I feel like they should focus more on PvP, but it is what it is. They took the exclusivity away from Summit stuff. So I don't know. It's unfortunate because the casual players, I would be willing to bet, let's just say this, I don't know the statistics. I'd be willing to bet that the total number of hours that the casual player base spends playing this game is either equal or less than to the hardcore competitive racers that play the game in terms of overall hours.
Yeah.
I think even though the player base is way bigger, the casual player base is way bigger, I bet you the number of hours spent in the game is either equal or less. But that doesn't always equal money, right? The player base is bigger equals more money. So they're going to cater to the casual players probably. Honestly think they shouldn't, because most of the casual audience is probably going to stick around for 1 to 2 months and dip. This is true. That's the definition of being a casual, is that you're not real serious into the game. It might be a smaller piece of the pie, but the amount of people who have 1,000 plus hours on the game are in that small piece of pie. Agreed. Let's see. Glide says they can add more PvP stuff that isn't necessarily sweaty. True. But yeah, cops and robbers. But dude, they can't add cops and robbers. There's no way cops and robbers are coming to this game. There's no way. They're not gonna take that that chance with the car manufacturers and the licensing they have. Toyota would have a hissy fit. Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, it's not happening. But you're right. They could probably add some things that are not sweaty. But I think I said this in the video today, actually. The what do you call it? The review of the man, I can't think today. My brain is toast, bro. I'm ready.
Year 2 pass.
I'm ready for bed. The year 2 pass.
Yes.
In the review of the year 2 pass, I said something along the lines of like, when something is more difficult and you actually complete it, it's much more satisfying and fun. Like if a game is hard, like take Elden Ring for example. Like I've never played it, but all I hear about it is that it's difficult. And then when you get through a boss fight that's, you took like 2 hours to beat, you're like, it's this sense of accomplishment, right? But you don't get a sense of accomplishment like that if everything is just given to you. Like that's why Forza is so bland to me. There's just nothing. It's just given to you. Everything, all the cars and the money and the wheel spins and it's just millions of dollars and cars. All like you log into the game and they give you 30 cars. It's just like, I don't know. There's something to be said for, something that's difficult that you have to try to do and that you put your mind to it and then you try hard and you maybe don't do it the first time, but you put more practice and more effort and you finally get it and you're like, yes, dude. And you feel accomplished. And then you look back and you go, that was difficult, but that was fun. Some difficult things are not fun, but for the most part, when it's tied to video games, for the most part. So anyways, Ferrari only throws a fit at customization and do not care about their cars getting into illegal cop chases. This is somewhat true, I think. Honestly, all these modern racing games are missing that sense of genuine progression that older games just seem to nail. I think that's probably pretty accurate, BSD. I think that's pretty accurate. That's a generational sense of accomplishment. That's fair as well. Do you have any idea about when the next update regarding offline mode will come out? Oh, dude, if you're out there right now thinking about offline mode for Motorfest, just move on to another game. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a while, bro. There's no way they introduce offline mode for Motorfest. First of all, before they do for the Crew 2. And secondly, before there's like no end in sight for the content. once they like know when the content is going to stop, like year 4 or 5 or whatever it ends up being, once they understand where the end is, then they'll start working on offline mode. But what they've done is they've created a little bit of buzz around the game with regards to offline mode by just simply announcing it, that they're going to commit to it. That's it. That's all they've done. So don't wait for offline mode. Like you're not going to get it anytime soon. It will literally be years from now before you see it on Motorfest. I would not even dude, imagine it comes out next update and they're like, man, this fucking trigger guy sucks, dude. He doesn't know anything. Yeah. I don't think it's coming out this year. It'll be I think 2 years at least, maybe 3 before we see it. We don't even have an offline mode for the Crew 2 yet. That's true. And that game is for real done. Like they're not making any more content for that game. The next most wanted playthrough, Riz, should be Monday. I took the couple of Mondays off because I was working on this week. I was working on the early access stuff. Oh, and the previous week I was working on early access stuff. So just didn't have the time to jump into that. But I'll continue it on Monday. '80s Toyotas get snubbed, but they're the best. What's a '80s Toyota that you like? Like off the top of your head? Me? Yeah. I don't know. I'm very bad with car years. Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to like look. I think an MR2 goes hard. Yeah, the MR2 is good, or the A86, I guess, is from the 80s. Yep, for sure. Classic, dude. Dan says 80s Corolla. I'm down. Yeah, it's the A86 is the Corolla. '86 for sure. Celica. Oh, the Celica. I like a Celica. I'm good there. Anyways, should I get back to my list a little bit? I don't think we're gonna get a video out of this because I'm rambling. I'm gonna have to put my thoughts together in an actual video, but we can keep going through it. I'm just gonna nitpick the ones. I'm just gonna cherry pick the ones that I think are the best to talk about. Custom Grand Race lobbies. Custom Grand Race lobbies, dude. I want custom Grand Race lobbies. I want to be able to make a Grand Race lobby and invite all my friends, or, you know, have all the sweaties in there for one race. I just want to be able to just bring 10 people into a lobby, or in this case, because of the stream, we could absolutely fill an entire 28 player custom lobby. It would be so cool to host tournaments, and we need custom lobbies in order to do that. Games that cost way less, have custom modes, have private servers like CarX Street, cost $20, and it's got private lobbies, bro. I just want private Grand Race lobbies. Yeah, that'd be dope. It can't be that hard, bro. I'm not asking them to change anything. Just allow me to make a private lobby. Halo's Forge mode carries those games. Dude, Halo 3, the amount of hours I spent in like Forge maps is insane. Yeah. I used to play online with my cousins, dude, and there's the amount of creativity that people had building these maps and games in Forge was insane. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's UGC, right? It's just players making content out of, you know, themselves. They're just doing it themselves. Just all different, anything you can think of. There was like a type of map that somebody created for it, and yeah, it was so much time spent. Yeah, me and my cousins, bro. Great time. So Gladiator has a comment that says the year past $30 to $40. RIP holders of the golden edition of RIP. So I think he's just saying like it's rips them off or whatever. Like it shouldn't. If you have the gold or ultimate edition, you should get access to year 2. So here's the thing. They're now going to be selling a new gold and ultimate edition of the game. and if you buy either one of those, you get the year 2 pass. The Ultimate Edition comes with year 2 pass and the year 1 pass, which really isn't a benefit. It's literally just in-game currency, because you're not getting anything exclusive with the year 1 pass at this point. If you bought it now, you're not getting anything. You're just not having to buy the cars in the game. That's it.
Right.
So it's not anything crazy. But the new Ultimate Edition sells for $99.99. I can't remember what it was originally. I feel like it was $99.
Something, yeah, I think it was actually.
So if you were to buy the Ultimate Edition of the game now, or when they release the year 2 pass thing, then you would get year 1 pass, year 2 pass, the fitted edition, fitted stuff that we got, and I think that's it. But you get both. So I guess technically we got a little bit snubbed on that one, you know. I think we paid $100 for ours.
I think so too, actually.
Yeah.
It was either 100 or it was 80.
I really can't remember. Arnab, welcome back, dude. Welcome back. Angela says, I would like to see 80s FC RX-7. Sure, the FD is like famous younger brother of the FC RX-7, but FCs are beautiful, and it's not just because of TC2. They're beautiful in general. I agree with that.
It's selling for $120.
What is the Ultimate Edition right now?
The current Ultimate Edition includes year 1 pass with 3 cars available.
Did we pay that much?
I don't remember, but it's currently for the Ultimate Edition with the year 1 pass and the fitted pack and the like the Hellcat or whatever else we got.
Right.
120.
Oh my god. I don't remember paying that much. 120.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I take it back. Everything I said. This update should have been completely free. For Ultimate Edition people. Anyway. Spud says, why would you buy the game again? Yeah, you wouldn't. But if you don't own the game and you're jumping in because of all the update stuff, the new Ultimate Edition is the way to go. Guess if IVT is going to release free map expansions and make up revenue with yearly passes. It looks that way. It sure looks like that's what their plan is to do. They're sort of like, it's sort of like a carrot on a stick type of thing, right? It's like, here you go, we're gonna dangle this carrot out there. Here's a free something, and then you're like, you get in there and you're like, damn, I really want to use those vehicles, and so then you end up buying it. It's very Destiny of them.
Yeah.
Get you in there, and then you're like, man, this is fun. Let me just spend a little bit more. How much is it? $20? $25?
It's like Destiny Light. It's like there's still plenty of stuff to do for free.
Oh, for sure.
It's like you can get this little extra piece for a little bit of money, whereas Destiny, it's like you can walk around like the social hub if you want for free.
You can play all the old stuff if you want.
Not even, dude. We had to buy all the old stuff.
No, the original campaign.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You play the original campaign if you want.
The very original starter campaign. That's it, dude.
Yeah, Crisscross says, bro, we are not paying for the pass. We are paying for the island, low key. This is true. This is 100% true. The island is what they spent the most amount of money on. The most amount of development time they spent on the island. So yes, 100%. We're paying for the island and the cars probably and the playlists. But that's okay. It's okay. I don't mind supporting the game because the game supports us with content. It really does. There's weekly stuff in the summits. There's monthly stuff with the main stages. There's every 3 months we get a seasonal update with a new theme, and every year it seems like we're going to be getting a big expansion like this. So if they're going to do all of that for free, I do not have a problem giving them $20 to $30 every year for a yearly pass. I feel like that's an even trade. It's less than a Call of Duty map pack pass that we used to get back in the day, dude. Those were like $40 or $50, and that was just maps, bro. It's just maps. The game never changed. It's the same fucking game every day. We played it for 10 years. Same game. We paid $50 for map expansion or $40 for 4 map
Yeah.
packs, and you get like 4 maps for $10. I did that all the time.
Yep, it's true.
So I'm okay paying $20 to $30 for this because it's a pretty significant expansion. Battle pass incoming. They did that in the crew too. Had some, you know, the motor passes. The motor passes were kind of interesting though because you had different challenges. I don't know if do you remember those? How the motor pass worked?
I don't remember how it works.
So it works off like almost like the, you know how you those challenges you get for like the mad stuff where you like you get the stars for doing the challenges. It was just like that, and the stars would, or the experience whatever would count towards the motor pass. That's how it worked. So it's a bunch of challenges that you'd have to do. There were daily challenges or weekly challenges, and every week and every day there's like new stuff, and then that would go towards your motor pass, and then that's how you would level it up and get all the stuff. I'm okay with that. I like that system. I'm good with that. I don't mind paying for it.
I don't know. I feel like battle passes in general are just kind of
old,
boring and old. It's like every game ever now is just battle pass. Like for what?
Yeah, I agree. Well, for what? It's because it's a very good way to monetize the game. Like
it's
for
just boring.
Yeah, for sure. But for the most part, players don't necessarily balk at the idea of a battle pass. Like some people don't like it, obviously, but for the most part, people are like, okay, I see exactly what I'm getting, what I'm gonna get for my $10, and they're like, okay, this stuff is cool. This is cool. I'm playing the game. Yeah, I'll pay $10 for the battle pass. So it's a really easy way to get microtransactions out of a player base that might not necessarily buy microtransactions from a store. Like if it was just a vanity store, people are like, I don't need any of that. But since it's a seasonal battle pass and there's a bunch of like things laid out, and it's all like, okay, if I get to this level and this level and this level, I get all this stuff, and then it becomes like a not only a purchase but also time played, like an actual investment of time. So I think for the most part people are okay with it.
Yeah.
So a lot of games just put it in there just because.
It's like every game now, there's battle pass in every game.
Every game. I would like a game to do a battle pass where you could just choose what you wanted, as opposed to like having to work through the stuff.
Have you played the last Call of Duty and seen any of their battle pass?
So yes, I was very old and confused on how that worked.
Okay.
It's so complicated to me, it didn't make sense.
Well, it was basically like they had it almost like a board game map, you know?
Right.
So there was a starting point, and then with each tier that you unlocked, you were able to choose which direction you wanted to work your way around the map.
Right.
So it was like you kind of got to decide, like, okay, do I want to start moving this way towards this item, or do I want to move this way towards this item, or I don't know. It was an interesting way to go about it.
I just want, like, I think they should just do it basically like the prestige system, the prestige ticket system is in Motorfest now, where like you have a currency. It's a battle pass currency, and when you get enough tickets, you just buy the thing that you want from the battle pass store. Like that's how I would do it.
Okay.
You have challenges that get you more tickets or whatever currency you want to call it. I like that. Then you choose what you want, and then you're like, you can even choose then, like, you don't want to play it that much. Like, what if the final reward in a battle pass is like the dopest thing? Usually it is, and you're like, you have to play through the whole battle pass to get to it. And that's the whole reason you're playing it, but you don't even care about 20 of the rewards that are in there. So there's all these levels and time and playing, and it's like, I just want that one thing,
Yeah.
And who cares? They already have your money. What do they need you playing like hours and hours and hours? Who cares? They already have the money. They already sold you the pass, so then pick what you want. I don't know. It's what it is. What it is. Zach Daniel says, "Did you content creators tell IVT that the community desperately needs new PvP?" Yes, they're very aware. I mean, it's feedback that has been given not only from the content creators, but the community has spoken about it a lot in the crew community Discord. So, yeah, it's definitely something that we've been talking about.
Please
Hopefully,
don't make it like Test Drive.
you know, I just want to touch on that a little bit. Test Drive had some really good ideas in the game.
Right.
The execution was terrible, the game didn't work, and the player base wasn't very big. But
Right.
if you just take the game itself and let's just assume that it worked, number one, like right off the bat, it worked.
Okay.
There wasn't issues. Because of that, the player base might have stuck around or maybe grown a little bit. And if that was the case, it worked. There was a player base. The PvP was great, bro. Like the ideas for it were great.
The ideas were good. Yeah, if it worked correctly, I think it would have been awesome.
It would have been cool. It would have been addicting. I would have played it like a lot.
I did play it a lot, even when it didn't work.
So imagine how much you would have put in.
I know.
Had it worked. So
did you see they announced what the
compensation?
Oh my God. The compensation? Did you see the compensation?
Yeah.
How hilarious, dude.
So first of all, fuck that. That compensation sucks. If you're out there listening going, oh, that was great compensation, you're crazy. It was terrible.
Well, when they first mentioned the compensation, they were like, we don't want to just give somebody, we don't want to do a car and we don't want to do money because it's just going to, it's going to mess with the whatever, the economy and stuff. And then now they finally announced the compensation. They're like, here's an exclusive car for everybody that played, at the gold edition and played before the initial release date. Only you guys are going to get this car.
Right.
And 5 stickers. You get 5 stickers, dude.
Bro, it's probably the worst ever, right? It's the worst, bro. But let me just say this, because I feel like we've beat up Test Drive for a while, for the last few weeks, and this is not helping. But
no, it's not.
I honestly don't think they could have given anything that would have made it better. I think they
could have done something better than stickers, dude.
Yeah,
that's
but
like
I don't.
The number one complaint of that. Okay, not the number, but
it's
regarding rewards. Regarding rewards,
it's like stickers. I know.
Here's stickers. Here's your battle pass. It's full of stickers.
I know.
You do this event. It's stickers.
I know, but
it's like, come on, man.
But think about it from the community's perspective, though. Like, yeah, that reward sucks, but would you have been excited about anything, like literally anything, other than a refund?
They could have gave you like money. Like the car's cool. The car is fine. The car's fine.
You would have been.
But if they would do like the car plus money, like in-game money, not like
money.
Real money, like in-game money, like a couple $1 million, because all the cars are so expensive. They'll give you like the car plus a couple $1 million. That would have been way better than 5 stickers.
Well, what are you gonna do with the cars though? You're not playing the game.
That's true.
I don't think maybe
wait, hold on. Good point. I haven't played.
So here's the thing. You might be right. Some people might have been okay with that. But I think in general, the community in general is so mad about this game. Like so offended that it came out like this. It was broken, didn't work, blah, blah, blah. I don't think there was a reward, an in-game reward that they could have given that would have made people happy. I think no matter what they did, it was gonna fail and people were gonna be pissed off about it. The only thing that would have made things better is a refund.
Yeah.
Even if they just limited that refund to those gold players, because there's probably, I don't know how many people had that, but like if they just limited it to that, the problem is they were never going to do a refund, because I don't think many players bought the game after that. Like it was such a bad experience for the gold players that had it before launch that they're definitely not going to give a refunds, because that's all the sales they had. So a refund was never going to be on the table, but it would have been the only thing that kept the community somewhat happy.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Like they gave me digital stickers that I'm never going to use. I already had a bunch of stickers that I was never going to use. Yep. So, you know.
No, it sucks because I did enjoy the game when I was playing it. I played it a ton. I had a lot of fun with it, but then it just never got to a place that was, you know, good enough for people to want to actually keep playing it.
No, not at all. Not at all, unfortunately. I would like to go back to it one day and just kind of see how it's going.
Yeah,
But
for real. I hope they can figure it out, but I don't think they're going to be able to pull it together.
no, I don't think so either.
I don't think the game's going to get to a point that's going to bring in a player base,
Yeah,
like a solid, big, growing player base. I don't think it's going to get there,
yeah.
which is sad because I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too. When it was working, I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
It never fully worked. Like it never, the
no,
PvP was never there. But
it never fully worked.
the solo experience was fine, I guess. But I don't know. G Motor says, "Yo, looking at the state of Ubisoft, you fear about Motorfest's future." I don't really fear it because Motorfest is a very profitable game, I think. They had very, very big hype in the beginning, and not only, unlike Test Drive, the hype was huge and people bought the game, and then they had a really good experience with it right off the bat. Like the love for Motorfest in that first month or two was really, really high. So they garnered even more sales. They had a Christmas sale. They sold more copies then. Now they've got this big, this big update coming out for year 2, and I think it's going to do pretty well. It's a very good update for the game, and the amount of Chase Squad sales they're going to have is probably going to be pretty good. So I don't really fear for the game necessarily. Like I know Ubisoft is not really in the best spot, and it's got a lot of negative, PR right now. But I don't know. I think it's all right. I think Motorfest will be fine.
Yeah, I'm not too up to date with this, so I don't even know what the current situation is with Ubisoft.
I think the community is just really negative towards it, and on top of that, there has been some rumors of like some money problems.
Gotcha.
I don't know real specific details. I'm not really the guy to ask, but that's about as much as I've heard. I've also heard from some industry insiders that there's some issues inside Ubisoft.
Yeah, I'll have to do some research after the stream or something.
But I'm not too worried because to me it's nowhere near the situation of the Test Drive people. Like KT and Nikon, they're in really bad shape, dude.
Yeah.
Like real bad shape. I wouldn't be surprised at that if they dropped Ibiza and then just that was it. And left the game the way it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see.
Trigger fears nothing, not even Chuck Norris. Actually, I do. Chuck's scary.
He's pretty scary.
He's a very small man, though. But he is scary.
I'm curious to see the player base of Test Drive when.
Are you gonna pull up Steam charts?
I'll check it out right now. But I was saying after, what do you call it, when Ibiza drops? These Steam charts, not good.
Yeah, Dan says some issues ? They power shitting the bed. Dude, they're power shitting the bed. I don't know what power shitting is, but it just feels like it just good, not good at all. With the new AC and Star Wars, yeah. I think that's most of the criticisms coming around those two games right now. Look what I have, dude. I just opened this up right now.
Oh my goodness. Is that a Pop-Tart?
It's a Pop-Tart.
Is that the cinnamon one?
Hell yeah, it's a cinnamon one, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like, what do you mean? You're gonna have to carry this conversation for a little bit. I got a little bit hungry.
Right.
So you
In case
tell
somebody
me.
was wondering, I just looked up the Steam charts for player base of Test Drive. So on Steam only, this isn't console, which I believe console is like the majority of the player base. On Steam, the last 24 hours, peak players 416. 416 on Steam.
That's the peak, though.
Peak in the last 24 hours. Current players, people playing right now on Steam, 89.
Oh my god, dude.
89.
Oh my god, that's so bad. That hurts.
Their all-time peak was on launch day at 5,305. 5,000 players launch day was the peak.
That's insane, bro. Do you understand? I don't think people understand that number. That's the peak, dude. That's the most players.
The all-time peak. Yeah.
Let me just do a little math for you. How much was it? 5,000 what?
5,305.
All right. So this is just one platform. Obviously, there's going to be more, but let's just say all 5,305 of those players bought the $100 or what was it? $80? $80 version of the game.
Let's see. I'm trying to find where it's at on the chart here. September 12th. So this was launch day. This wasn't the early access. This was the day of the
that was the
actual
day
launch.
of launch. Okay.
Yeah, on the 12th.
But we're just gonna think that that's the peak number of players. So we're gonna multiply that by the amount of money that it costs for the $80 version just for shits and giggles.
Okay.
That gives you $424,000 of revenue. That is like 3 people's salaries that work there for 1 year. They've been in development for like 5 years, dude. That's a huge loss, bro. Even if you multiply this by 3, because there's PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Obviously, the numbers are going to be different, but fuck it, 3. Let's just say 3. That's only $1.2 million. That's like that's like 10 people. That's like 10 people's salaries for 1 year. They've been in development for almost 5 years. Bro, they lost hard.
Yeah. And again, this is just Steam. So yeah.
Right.
I don't think is there a way to look up like PlayStation, Xbox player base?
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, TDUs might be the biggest fail we've ever seen.
What's crazy is they said there's nearly 100,000 active players every day. Do you remember that?
Oh, dude, what is even that about?
When was it? Hold on, I have it here. That was on September 23rd.
It's crazy.
Nearly 100,000 active players every day in test drive.
There's no way. No way.
That's insane. Dude.
Just to give you an idea of numbers, Forza Horizon 5, which was the most recent one, they hit like 20 million players in the first 6 months.
Yeah, insane.
Motorfest, the most recent summit, just the summit, and that's not all players, just the summit, had over 100,000 players participate in the summit this last week. That's crazy, bro. For there to be 89 people playing right now on that's nobody. There's nobody.
No, nobody.
What are they doing? They gotta fix it.
I mean, if it doesn't work, nobody wants to play it. You can't play it.
That's a weird concept, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Genji says 100,000 proper copium.
Yeah. Yup.
Crazy, man. That game is just still amazes me how crazy bad that was. You know what? It's weird too, because it's like it kind of taught us to trust our eyes a little bit. Because going into that, we had zero reason to believe that it was gonna do well. There was nothing that led up to the game releasing that we were like, oh, that looks promising. It all looked like trash from the beginning. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate.
Did you ask why they decided not to add no collisions as a permanent Grand Race feature? I didn't ask why, Bama, but I will say this. I'm glad they didn't, because I don't think the player base understands what the ramifications are of having no collisions. I think people just think like, oh, I'm tired of getting rammed, and so now I want no collisions in Grand Races. But the reality is, the people who were getting like slowed down at the beginning because they're getting rams, it's gonna be worse for you now, because the fast guys are gonna get to the front of the pack like that. They're not gonna have to go through anybody. They're literally just going to be able to race their fastest race, and the gap between the fast guys and the regular people is going to be bigger. So I don't know that everyone really wants that. I think once people start playing it, they're going to understand either they like it and it's just going to be, it'll be a staple and then they can implement it, or they're going to find out that, that they don't like it.
Yeah.
But either way, if it was like 100% on or 100% off, I don't think it would have been great. I'm glad it's a modifier. I'm glad that it's not permanent.
Yeah, should be interesting. I'm excited to get in and try it.
It's a look at some random dude's comment. It's an early build. Why are you nitpicking when they clearly have so much more to show? YouTubers are clearly making the game bad on purpose.
Unicorn build we never got.
We never got it.
Unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. What if the fast guys were handicapped while they were in first, and there's a huge distance between the front and the back of the pack? I mean, that'd just be unfair.
You still can, Scoob.
Yeah, Scoob, you still can.
It's a modifier, so
Mm-hmm.
you just gotta wait till the next playlist, and you'll probably be able to.
Exactly. TDUSC will consign to history like Anthem. Anthem turned it around though. Anthem turned it around and they had a player base. It wasn't big. It wasn't a big base, but it was there. They didn't give up on the game. So I don't know. I don't
Didn't
know.
Anthem shut down, or am I tripping?
Eventually, yes, but they turned it around. The game actually had a player base at some point. But I don't think TDUSC is gonna do. I don't think they're gonna bring in enough players to keep working on the project. That's the issue. They're literally in a race against time right now. It's gonna be what happens first. They run out of money, or players come back.
Yeah.
I don't know. Crisscross has a lot of DNFs about to go down. This is true. I think you're gonna see more DNFs. You're gonna see a lot more videos from the sweaty players of DNFing full lobbies. It's gonna happen a lot.
Yeah.
After trying the demo, I'm gonna cop Motorfest. It seems very fun. What edition should I get? So G Motor, that depends on how much you like it. I think the best value right now is either the gold or the ultimate edition, because those editions give you access to the new stuff, the chase squad, the rivals, the what do you call it?
Wait till tomorrow when it comes out before you buy it, though.
Year 2 pass. Yeah, don't buy it right now, G Motor. Wait until you get the gold or ultimate edition that comes with the year 2 pass as well. Year 2 pass is what you're looking for. Make sure you buy one with that. That's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So how much more time does TDUSC have? Surely they have enough to at least stick around for their year 1 roadmap. I don't know, BSD. I really don't. I would not be surprised if they folded after the Ibiza update.
No idea.
I'm planning to get the gold edition when it goes on sale. That might be a while. That might be a while, G Motor, because the new gold edition is launching now and it's got brand new content. So you probably won't see a sale until we get closer to Christmas. Maybe like an after Thanksgiving sale, Black Friday.
Yeah, it'll probably be a little while before that comes out.
Scoop says, will it be out at midnight? Because I might have the coffee for the occasion. No, it won't. It's not going to come out for, it's 10:44 now. It probably won't come out for another 9-ish hours. Yeah, Dustin. Even for before the Ibiza update, I think they'll put out the Ibiza update. They made the map. I think they'll put that out. Anyone have to realize that the version is just a test drive of the game? I see what you did there, Zero.
It's pretty good.
Turn 10 is desperately trying to do that with Motorsport 8 and are failing hard. I wish I knew more about that situation. I don't know much about the sim games.
Me neither.
Trigger finna be live when I either wake up for school or while I'm at school. What was that accent I just did? Trigger
I don't know, dude.
finna be live.
Yep, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I'll be live in the morning when the update goes live. I will be ready to go. I will be there, or I will be not there.
I will be not there. Be there, be not there. Oh, man.
Crisscross, I think they already did. I think that's the problem. That loan is coming due soon.
Yeah, there's that article that was going around where it's something about like the publisher was gonna make either drop Nikon or Nikon's gonna drop KT or something along those lines. I don't remember exactly what the details were, but some interesting stuff that will definitely have a huge impact on the future of the game.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. There's a couple things I wanted to mention from my list. Actually, we'll get into it here. One thing I really hope they did on this update, which they did not, is a big miss, was a way to spend excess legend points. So my question for you guys, and for you, Steven, is what would you spend legend points on?
Oh, that's tough. See, I don't even know. I don't even know what they could do. I guess like the most obvious thing would be like vanities, right? Just thinking of like what do you need currency for? Right? Like, but I don't know. Because yeah, right now they just sit there. There's nothing to do with them, unless they did kind of like the Crew 2, where you can just have like an infinite boost on your like XP and bucks. Like the Crew 2 has that, where you can just keep putting all your extras into XP and bucks, and the other ones are all capped at like 20 or whatever the number's set.
Yep.
I think that'd be the way to go.
Yes, but here's an idea. If you're playing the game enough to have a bunch of excess legend points, you're not going to need money.
It's true.
or XP.
Yeah, that's true.
So my idea is a lot more complicated than what you just said.
Okay.
I would like to see one of two things. You could do one or the other. The first thing I would like to see is that you could spend legend points to make your legendary sets boosted. Crafting. So it would take a lot of them, and it can't be like a little bit. I think like
just fell.
Your mic fell?
Yeah, the boom arm just broke off my desk.
It said no, thank you. I'm tired. Yeah. I would like to see, because legend points are something that you gain from playing a lot in the game. So I would like to see you spend legend points on legendary parts. And you basically take a legendary part that's fully leveled up, has the max percentages on it, and then you can add 500 legend points, let's say, and you can make that part boosted. Or like a full set would be like 500. That's a lot of points. I think I only have an extra 900 right now, so that's a lot of points. Let's say like 100 points per part, and you can gain boosted sets. What do you think about that? I know your mic is still broken.
I think that's a great idea. I think that sounds pretty good. I want to be just a second.
All right, no problem. The other idea that I have with this is to be able to buy vanities, but only from the custom show, like off of other players. That'd be nice. Just to be able to like put them somewhere. you play a lot of the game, you spend a lot of time in the game, you should be rewarded with vanities, you know? I definitely think that should be the case. Spawn some random dude said, what the fuck are you eating? You just spawn in food? No, I have a Pop-Tart, dude. I have a Pop-Tart. I brought it with I brought it with me before we started. Scoob says he wrote in my name on his ballot today. That's great. That's good. Papa Marshmallow, how you doing, man? I'm doing good. Steven's doing good, but he's messing with his mic right now because it fell off his desk. The Boomarn said no thanks and just gave up on life. Samuel, take it easy. We're about to end it anyway, Samuel, so it's no problem. You want to go to bed? We got about 10 minutes left. Chris Cross says he would like to spend them on crew credits, which again would, you know, translate into vanities, so that's good too. But anyways, Genji's, I have base Motorfest from 50% Christmas sale. They did put they did plus Christmas token 33% for Epic Store. Really want those new police cars. Might wait for another sale for the DLC or sale to upgrade to the gold edition. It's smart. It's smart, Genji. And you're back.
I'm back.
Angela says I want to get the year 2 pass day 1, but now that Trigger mentioned the Black Friday sale, I wanna honestly wait. Yeah. Oh my goodness, excuse me. I think it's time for us to do a giveaway. If I can
giveaway time.
If I can do it properly. So let's see if I can actually figure this out. Let's see if we can figure this out, dude.
Pop-Tart wrapper giveaway.
No, I have a code for the year 2 pass for anybody that's watching. I want to do a giveaway for that if you guys are down. Let me just see. No, I don't want to pay for premium, bro. All right,
Stacey said, why wouldn't you do the giveaway tomorrow during the stream?
I wanted to reward the people here. And I didn't promote it at all, so it's not like it would, you know, increase my viewership or something like that.
Yeah, dude.
I wanted to give away on the podcast. Where's it at? Raffle? Raffle? Is that the thing? Hold on. I think it's a raffle. Okay, so the command should be...
No. With this command, when he tells you it, it doesn't matter how many times you enter it, it's only going to count for one entry. It's just the way it works. So you only have to type it in once. Yes. If you do it like 10 times or whatever, it's still only counting for one.
Yes. But also there's a check mark. There's a box that I can check that says subscribers get two entries.
Oh.
But you only have to type it once.
You still only type it once.
You only type it once.
For 2.
But it gives you 2 entries if you're a subscriber of the channel. So everybody needs to be a subscriber of the channel if they're going to enter this giveaway. And yes, I don't have the code yet, but that's a good thing because I don't know which platform the person who wins is on. And I need to know that before I request the code. I have to request a specific code for whatever platform they're on. Let's just see if this works.
Memberships equal pay to win.
No, not memberships, a subscriber, not a member. Is it working? Hold on. I pressed the button and it's not saying anything on my side. Hold on. Let me test something here. I don't know if this is gonna actually work, so don't get you guys' hopes up. I'm real bad with this stuff. Let's see if this works. I'm gonna end up winning my own giveaway.
Did it pop up in there?
It did. All right.
Okay.
Exclamation point year 2. That's what you guys want to do. And it is, looks like it is registering participants here.
Cap, you didn't hit your exclamation point.
Yeah, Capo, make sure you put the exclamation point. Let's see if it works. There it is. We're seeing the list fill up. It takes a minute to like to populate. So just enter it once, chat, please. And remember a couple of things. You're gonna need to tell me what platform you're on when you win. And also the code that I'm gonna get, they're not gonna deliver the code to me until the 8th. So it'll be like 3 days from now. I apologize that you're not gonna be able to play it tomorrow when it comes out if you're gonna wait for this, but it is free, so yeah. Free might be worth waiting 3 days. Again, just type it once, please. Damn, chat woke up for the giveaway. Yes, it did. I hope whoever gets it enjoys it. And I'm glad to be able to give something away like this. I haven't done giveaways in a long time. So I'm happy to be able to do this. And this is something that, again, is coming directly from Ubisoft. So shout out to those guys for, you know, sending me the code. I appreciate it. How much is the year 2 pass? Roy, I wish we knew, dude. I really wish we knew. They haven't said anything about it officially. And I think the rumors are either $20 or $30. Those are the rumors. How do you deal with cross-border giveaways? That is a great question, Dustin. It's going to be, I should have talked about that in the beginning, but it's going to be a US code. So I apologize for anyone who's not in the US. Man, I'm really good. I said I was really good at this.
This was a random decision.
Last minute decision. I'm going to give my code away. What happened is they are giving me a code and I'm in the US. So I'm deciding to give this code away. It wasn't meant to be a giveaway. So right, I just decided last minute, I'm just going to give it away because it was supposed to be for me. And I just was like, nah, it's okay. I'll pay for it. So I apologize. I broke everyone's heart that's in the chat that's not here. But yeah, it has to be US only. The platform, it doesn't matter which platform you're on because you tell me the platform and then I'll let them know before they give me a code. Some German kid wins and it can't even redeem it. So with that information, do I need to restart the giveaway for people who are only in the US, or should we just go ahead and pick it?
No, they're gonna, the people that aren't in US are just gonna enter it anyways.
All right. So we have some random dude says, well, guess only me and 20 other people are getting this. Yeah, so if you're in the US, you might have a better chance now. There's 38 participants registered right now. Samuel's like, pick it. All right, here we go. There it is. Someone by the name of Wonka.
Rigged.
Wonka.
Wonka's in chat.
Wonka in chat. If you are in the US.
Well, a while ago.
He did. Ago. I don't think he's in the US.
Might not be in the US.
He might not be in the US. I'm in Australia. All right. All right. We're gonna accept. We're gonna do it again.
Bruh, again.
I'm sorry, Wonka, dude. All right, here we go. I wonder how many people are actually in the US.
Oh my goodness.
All right, someone by the name of Friendhooser. Oh man, that's definitely not in the US. That's definitely not in the US. Friendhooser. FRENHOOZER. Friendhooser. I mean EU. Good. God dang it. All right, try again. This is not gonna go good. This is not gonna go good. Someone though is going to get it. That's the thing. Someone's gonna get it. Here we go. Lucas073. This is promising. Lucas073.
Could be it.
This is it. Lucas073. Where you at, man? Come on. Let's get it.
Lucas, you still here, buddy?
He's gotta be. I'm in the Netherlands. No, dude. All right. Here we go. So I gotta pick it again. Oh, by the way, it's doing it randomly by itself. It's not me. I'm not picking it. Here, let me do this. All right, here we go. Look. There's the random note. Capo 916. Please tell me you're in the US. Capo, you gotta be in the gotta be in the US, dude.
Cat.
Zagato says he's not in the US. Sounds Italian. He told me.
Sounds Italian.
This is why I said we gotta redo it and just get the US people. Unbelievable, guys. El Chapo. He might have heard us say US only and just dipped out.
Left, dude. Oh, there he says yes.
Yes. You're in the US? Capo, you're in the US? Let's go.
We did it.
We actually did it. Capo 916 just won the giveaway. I'm gonna get you a code. Capo, do me a favor, bro. Let me know in chat where what platform. I need to know if it's like PlayStation, like exactly what platform, like PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox, or PC. Zagato lying is crazy. Zagato's like, he's not in the US, bro. Just move on. Please do another one. PS5. All right. I'll request it for PS5. In fact, I'm going to do it right now while I have you because I would like to know if it actually is going to be delayed until the 8th or if there's going to be some, like if it just gives it to me right away. Let me see what I can do here. Dude, that was a mess, bro. We picked like 6 people. Asked for his shoe size to find out if he's actually in the US. All right, here we go. He said PS5, right? Wait, where'd Capo go? PS5. Okay, good. PS5 and US. Where's the PS5 option? Here we go. Let's see, are they gonna give it to me? Or are they gonna make me wait until the 8th? Man, this is like a whole rigmarole thing that I have to fill out.
Not a whole rigmarole.
Yeah, dude, it's all crazy, bro. What are they doing?
What the heck is going on, man?
I don't know, dude. It's crazy. It is crazy. Like, just scrolling endlessly to figure this out. They want to know everything.
You say, are you giving this code away?
Yeah, exactly.
Fail. Cannot accept.
Imagine.
How come they have paint for cars like standard white, matte, chrome, but can't paint your rims those colors? It's a great question, and it's been a question that has been asked for a long time.
Yeah, estimated delivery, it says, is November 8th. So I'll have it in the morning on November 8th. Capo, I need to be able to figure out a way to send it to you. So what I need from you is like a direct message on Discord or a message on Instagram or something like that would be great to let me know.
Sorry, I'm laughing.
What time does the update drop in the morning, George Black? It's gonna be like around 7 Central, 7 CST. Did that Bing come across the mic?
It did. You're
Bro,
binging.
It's G Fuel, bro. They won't leave me alone.
You were just telling me this, I think, last night.
Dude, every night around this time, it's 11 o'clock at night, I'm getting a text from G Fuel. I'm not even joking. Like, bro, I get it. You guys want me to buy more stuff. I don't wanna. I'll message you on IG. Okay. What's your handle on Instagram, Capo? So we know. So I know who it's coming from, so I don't give the code to someone else. Just give me like a, you know, starts with these 3 letters or whatever it is, so that I can see it. Trigger G Fuel, never. I had a pretty bad experience with G Fuel. Actually, it wasn't that bad. It was the other company that I didn't have a good experience with. G Fuel was fine.
Yeah. G Fuel's alright.
Yeah. GSUPS. What is this? It ends with 1984. Okay, perfect.
Gamer Subs it's another G Fuel.
Oh, I see. No, mine was Dubby.
Subs. Yeah, W was the one you had.
I had Dubby. Yeah, Capo, send me a DM on Instagram, please.
Gamer Subs is the one with like the wild flavor names, right?
Yeah, I think so. It was also you being a mess per usual. This is true.
Yes.
Triggering his day in a life of a Twitch streamer arc. This is true. Ask Trigger about the colors of rims. Okay, so colors of rims, big fail. They did not include that.
There you go.
Yeah, wheels are still bullshit in this game.
Yeah, still you want chrome paint. That's all you got, and no white.
I would totally accept a sponsorship from Pepsi, 100%. I like Pepsi. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pepsi's not bad. I like Pepsi.
Even though my preference on like big soda companies would be Barks.
Mm-hmm.
But if Pepsi came around and was like, hey, we're gonna give you some Pepsi money, I'd be like, yeah, dude, let's. I like Pepsi money. When do you want me to get diabetes? I'll do that first. Like, we'll figure that out. How much do I need to drink?
Yep.
Chemical, take it easy. We can wrap it up here. We did the giveaway. Congrats to Capo, man. It's I was a little bit of a mess, and I apologize for anyone who's not in the US. You guys, I got your hopes up and then I let you down. Sorry. But maybe, you know, depending on the price, maybe we can figure out another one that's more worldwide. We'll see. Anyway, let's end it, bro. Let's end it. One last time, if you're wondering what was your Halloween experience? Wait, was that me? Is that something for us? Were we supposed to discuss that?
I don't know. So Miranda said we didn't go over your Halloween experience.
Oh.
And Stacey said, what was your Halloween experience?
Did we have a Halloween experience? Did I have something that I wanted to talk about Halloween?
I don't know. Or some random dude just curious about.
Maybe he's just curious.
Halloween.
Maybe he's just curious.
Or did you have a story and I don't remember?
No. We went to this neighborhood where there was a carnival in the neighborhood. I guess it was a carnival. Someone made some wood stuff. And then it had streamers over it, so it looked like a carnival. The street was blocked off a little bit, and they did hire one police officer to manage it. Cool. So it was like, for a neighborhood, it's pretty big, I would say.
Yeah, it's nice.
There was a train. Yeah, Stacey's got it right. It's like, it's a carnival, but it's really just like a lady dressed in something with like a hula hoop, and they're like, okay, throw this beach ball through the hula hoop. You know, it's like that.
Yeah.
And then like, okay, take a candy, you know.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a little neighborhood event for the kids.
But there was one weird thing, was a train. A guy had like an overpowered golf cart, like a really powerful golf cart that he tricked out to look like a train engine, and then he had a bunch of like homemade carts that were
Right,
attached to each other, and he just drove it around the block, and you got train rides. Is I don't know, man. That's weird. That's some weird stuff. As a train at the carnival.
Yeah, I've seen those before. People doing that with the golf cart, and they have like some sketchy freaking
super
seats getting towed behind them.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen
super
that before.
sketchy. Like each of the things is like connected to the next one with one of those little like metal gate hooks, you know?
Yeah, it's just
You're like, whoa, dude, I don't
so
know.
sketchy, and you're like,
So,
yeah, load up your kids.
Let's get on. Let's get on, dude. They're like literally big like families would just get on these carts, and every time you stepped on it, it would be like,
yeah, teeters.
it's like, dude, I don't even know if anyone should be using this. Anyways, that was my Halloween experience. We went to this neighborhood. We trick-or-treated around a lot on there, and you know, my son is like really not afraid of anything Halloween. He loves it. He loves Halloween.
Yeah.
Whereas
Halloween, I don't know if it's. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, other kids his age are like afraid of everything, like all the monsters and all this stuff. People dressed up and they get afraid of it. He doesn't care at all. Decorations, scary decorations. Walking into little like people would like dress up their porches to be real haunted. He would just walk right in. He doesn't care. He's all about it, dude. He loves it, and he knows it's all fake. Like he knows it's fake. He tells me. He goes, "There's a bunch of fake guys on that porch." So anyway, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, I think it's kind of weird how like with Halloween, like the decorations stayed scary, but like everybody's like costumes, like nobody does scary costumes anymore.
Right.
Everybody's like goes silly with costumes now.
Right.
But it's like you're walking around, it's like this haunted, everything's haunted and ghosts and skeletons scary, and then it's like a freaking Teletubby or something. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
for those of you, one last time, for those of you guys in chat wondering when the update goes live, it'll be live. It's not an exact science because it's going to follow a 4-hour maintenance that could get delayed. But the 4-hour maintenance is supposed to end at 7 o'clock CST. So that would be like 8 hours from now. So about 8 hours from now is when you should be able to download and start playing the update. Dan says TC2 summit time. That's right. I think the summit actually reset just now. So anyways, thank you guys. Shout out to Capo for being the winner. And I'm sorry that was such a mess. I was very unprepared for that.
That was actually the cleanest giveaway we've had. No,
maybe.
It was the only one.
We started the podcast with a black screen, so I feel like this was a step up.
It's true.
All right, guys. Take it easy. We'll see you tomorrow morning. About 8 hours from now, we'll be starting up a stream to play the update. Bye, guys. Bye.